Yo, welcome back. We are going to show you how to update your firmware fairly easily. So we're going to go to the desktop here. We're going to go to HackRF.app, and we are going to connect our cable to the H4M, or if you have a H2, same process. And then it's going to boot up. And then we are going to go to connect device. And we're going to go to your Portapack Mayhem. Connect. It's going to go into, once it loads up, a live screen. So you can see here that we are looking at the same screen on both devices. And then we are going to scroll to the bottom. And we're going to go to Manage Firmware. I'm currently running the nightly 24.11.21. And the newest is the 24.12.08. So let's go to Update to Latest Nightly Release. And let's see what happens with that. I tried this earlier and it failed. So if it fails, we can try another thing. So let's close this screen. So we got directory already exists. No open file. All right. So let's go back to Manage Firmware. Let's go ahead and close this guy back out. And let's try this. You know what? Let's go ahead and refresh the page. Connecting. Now let's try something, because I'm in the on position on the H4M. I wonder if I unplug this. I shut this off. Or I'm sorry, I was on the off position on the H4M. So I wonder if I unplug this, turn it on, let it boot up, and then plug it in. And then let's go ahead and refresh this page. And let's go to connect device. No device found. Okay, let's go to unplug it again. Let's go and plug it back in and see if my computer recognizes it. No recognition. So if I unplug it, I turn it off, and then I plug it back in and let it boot up. Let's see. There we go. So it recognizes it in the off position. Let's go to connect. Now let's try this again. And let's go to update to latest nightly. And we get the same data there. See, it went to, so no open file open. It did send something, so I wonder then, but it didn't update it. So if we go to the Portapack, which let's just go here, right? We can go, can we move around? So it looks like we're like locked out almost. So let's go and refresh this, connecting, and nothing. So let's unplug it. Let's go ahead and refresh the page again. Connect device. Let's go back to the Portapack. And let's go ahead and connect that again. All right. Now let's go look into our firmware folder. Firmware, there we go. So we've got 2.02. Now we're looking for, there it is, right there. That's the one I want. So if I click on, so it did send the firmware, but it did not update it via the actual screen. But I reckon if I were to click on this, it would then update the firmware, or at least look for that file. All right. Well, I don't have that file downloaded, but what we can do is we can go to cancel. Let's go to manage firmware. Let's go click on this guy right here to your latest nightly. And there we are. If you want to read through this, what the new fixes are, you can read through that right there. But we're going to go to, let's go ahead and go Mayhem Nightly, copy to SD card. This is a larger file, but who knows if there's anything changed in the Freakman files or other files that you may need, like maps and such. I'm going to just drop this into my downloads folder, and it's going to do its thing. And we're going, and we are about done. And 3, 2, 1, and done. Now let's go back to the app. Let's go flash custom firmware, and let's go find what we just downloaded. And I may need to unzip it. Let's go ahead and just unzip that guy. flash custom firmware. There it is. There was a file, but we can't open that one. So let's go to open this guy up to the firmware folder right there. You can find that firmware. Check this one that we want, the 241208. That's the guy. Let's hit open and let's see what it does now. So it says that we sent it, right? And we can see it here on the screen. We're looking at it right there again. Why are we not updating then? Let's just refresh this again and go to that firmware folder. Here's our log. You can see that we do have it in there, 241208. And let's click on that guy. All right. And see it's doing the same thing. So then let's just go locate that download and see what happens if we hit select and open it up. And there it is. Now see, here's what's interesting is I can save it. I don't want to save it though. What happens if I save? Yeah, I'm not really caring to save it. I just want to upgrade. Weird. Huh. Well, again, I am a Mac. Looks like you're using a Mac. If you come across any issues, please let us know. So that could be the issue right there. Is this could be a Mac related thing. All right. So then what if we downgrade? Not happening. So I'm just going to disconnect this. Going to refresh the page. Going to reconnect the HackRF H2, and then connect device. Now, out of curiosity, let's see if I go and update the nightly, or not. I'm sorry. If I downgrade. So if I go to update latest, what happens? It's almost like it's looking for that firmware. So no open file, right? It's looking for that firmware in its directory already, and it's not pulling it and then dumping it into that directory as it should. At least not on Mac. Connect device. We've got it paired. That's the one I want. Connect. Why throw this thing in DFU mode, I wonder. All right, we got this thing in DFU mode. Well, that's just really showing your frame rate. Those are your top buttons right here. So if you click on these on your screen, that's pulling up this DFU, and then you get your reboot button on the upper right side. DFUs between the antenna and the reboot. So that's all that is. RX status, radio settings. If you hit DFU again, that's what pulls up, and then a third time should close it out. There you go. If you're using a Mac, this might just be the issue right here, is that we're using a Mac. With that being said, we're going to move over to the ROG Ally, because that's the only PC I own. Barely squeezed all this in my frame because I'm using a 50mm lens because my other lens, my 24-70, is currently on loan to a friend of mine. Squish all this into a 50mm. All right, so let's go ahead and go here. We're gonna go to hack.app and go. And I already am plugged in. We're gonna hit connect. We're gonna hit that USB COM. We're gonna go connect. We've got loading happening. And we can see that we are indeed connected. Now let's scroll down. Let's try this on a PC. And we're going to go to update latest nightly. Alright, so that's doing what it should be doing. So the issue is definitely on a Mac. And then you can see over here, this bottom corner, the Portapack is rebooting and doing what it should be doing. Reboot. Alright, so now we should be running 241208 nightly, right? So let's go ahead and hit that button, and then you can see down here that we are now running the 241208 nightly, and our time was also fixed because earlier my time was not fixed. So now it is 1:04. That is how to upgrade the firmware on your H2 or H4M with the HackRF app. I will email them and let them know that their Mac version is not working. If you guys have a Linux, you could try it on a Linux and see if that works. But if you want to just kind of use this whole desktop feature of what they have created over there on the Mayhem GitHub, then this is a great tool to use, is the HackRF. So because now I can close this up, and then you can see that we can then kind of operate this the HackRF from our screen, if you will, as a remote. Anyways, thanks for watching. That was a quick video of how to update your Portapack H2 or H4M using the HackRF app. Again, if you're using Mac, there are some issues, so I will email them and let them know what's going on. And yeah, but as far as everything else, Windows, that was Windows 11 on the RG Ally. That works just fine. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm going to post this video real quick, and then I'm going to get going on the sub gigahertz receive function. We're going to be going over this here in the next few minutes or hour. Let me go eat some food first. So, BRB.